Alright, Scott Hoffman here, along with Kris Keefer, motocross.com, out here at Sunrise, actually now Racetown, sorry, old school, I remember it as Sunrise, testing the 2013 Honda CRF250R. And the second coolest thing about this bike today is this, the Honda menu. You can't buy these in stores, but we've got these awesome little placemats. Shows all the cool stuff on the bike and all the new items. Kris, what's new about this bike?
Well, they changed the FI settings to try to get a little bit better throttle response and bottom end. The dampening in the fork and shock has changed, a heavier fork spring rate, and also new Dunlop MX-51 Geomax that are proprietary to Honda. The rear tires actually, they claim, almost 1 pound lighter than a regular MX-51, which is kind of cool. You know, unsprung weight is huge in motocross. You know, for a refined version of the bike, I actually do feel a little bit better bottom end than last year. Maybe mid-range and top end are about the same, which is actually saying quite a bit, because usually when you gain somewhere, such as, you know, some bottom end, you lose it, you know, somewhere else, like in the top end. But I feel like they narrowed the gap. They increased the bottom end pull a little bit, but they didn't lose any mid to top. I would like to see maybe a little 1 or 2 tooth more in the rear, just to kind of close the third to fourth gear gap, jumping like big jumps on fast straightaways. But the bike as a whole is really fun to ride. It's really light feeling. I really like that you can pivot off of things really easy. If a berm gets blown out, you can really start your corner early and get out of it. The front fork and the rear shock actually are pretty balanced for me. I'm 165, 170 in the winter, and it wasn't too bad. On hard landings, it didn't bottom out. Felt pretty flat in corners. It didn't kick, didn't do anything funny. The track today wasn't a you know, huge amount of bumps, but it had some decent sized bumps, and I got a good feel for it, and it's really comfortable. It makes me want to go riding. It makes you, you know, comfort means you want to go fast. You want to go ride. So I think it's a great package.
So do you think Honda made the correct decision by going with the revised 2012 bike with a 2013 compared to some of the other 250Fs that are going to be out on the docket here pretty soon?
Yeah, I mean, you know, let's face it, our economy is not like it used to be. It affects the manufacturers just like it affects us. They only have certain, you know, amount of money to develop things, so they try to fix the problems that exist from previous year's models. And I think they did a good job in caring for what they needed to care for, you know, from the 2012 model. So I think it's an all-around, you know, better feeling bike. Is it huge amounts? No, it's a little amount, but you know, the price hasn't gone up either. I guess the price, the MSRP has stayed the same, so stay the same, it's a good thing.
Okay, what did you like best about the motorcycle, and what did you like the least amount?
We'll start with the least. Like I said, I could use a little bit more top end pull. You know, I'm a little heavier, so I would like a little bit more out of third and fourth gear. I think maybe also transitioning to a different muffler that's not so plugged up. You know, our DB rules now are quite strict, so you know, all bikes are choked up. You know, you put a muffler on and you can see quite a bit, you know, different gains. The best thing I like about this bike is as soon as you get on it, you feel comfortable. I mean, a lap, you're ready to rail a corner, you can hit a jump. It's super light, you can have fun and whip it if you want. It's an all-around good bike. It doesn't take you long at all to transition to get on the bike, and you know, I'm always on a 450, and getting on this, it was a blast to ride.
All right, we're gonna go grab some lunch, eat on our new Honda menus, placemats, and go do some more laps on the 2013 Honda CRF250R. either where you're gonna do walk up, then I'm gonna do another take, or you're just holding the mic and go, can I take your order? That way I can overlay it later.
So just give it to him.
Exactly. That's when you're getting more panic, like, oh.
Yeah, he walks up and he's gonna go.
Can I take your order?
Is that close enough?
Hey, hold it. Yeah, a little closer.
To that?
To the mic, yeah.
Can I take your order?
I get it. I'm not gonna keep a straight face.